All right, so we're just here at Andy's Marina, Almerimar. Beautiful marina. It's crazy, actually. It's huge. The entire town is kind of made to surround the marina. So little restaurants. I'll show you the marina. So yeah, that's just like one finger of the marina out of like, I don't know, dozens of these same kind of coves and canals. But I was walking down the side of the marina here, and I met some nice folks from the UK, and I think they have a pretty interesting story, so I wanted to come by and say hi to them real quick. Yo! I got my camera ready.
Sweet.
Wanted to say hi.
Hey man, how you doing? Come aboard. Jenni, you've just missed Jenni. She's just popped out.
Oh, she left? She's coming back?
Yeah, she'll be back. Probably 10 minutes or so, mate. Make yourself at home. Make yourself at home.
Well, what's your name?
Chris. This is our boat, Berserk, yeah. Yeah, she's good. Naiad, Swedish built, 33 feet.
Tell me your history of sailing and your interest in it.
We've started maybe 7 or 8 years ago now. Quite interested for a long time, but it never really emerged until later on in life, because we were sort of, well, we're mountain bikers, like that's what we do, like, and we only started sailing after I broke my back because we couldn't ride anymore. We needed something to do, and yeah, I haven't like cycled all over the world, like, and touring and mountain biking and all that kind of thing. Like, we kind of needed to keep traveling, and it seemed like a pretty sedate way to do it. So.
What's the history of the mountain biking then? What did you guys do? You and was it your girlfriend or wife? Or
my wife, yeah.
Or Jenni?
Yeah, Jenni rides. She was more like sort of endurance racing and like not a huge mountain biker, just more a cyclist really. Yeah. But for me, yeah, I just got into racing from being sort of 15 or 16 and raced the British Nationals, and then sort of headed out into Europe a bit and out in the California way. And then we went out to New Zealand and stuff like that, and just got around all over really, just riding, just good fun really. And then rode through the Patagonia and through places like that, and just good all around traveling, like. But yeah, after busting myself up so much, we just do it for the fun, and you know, it just seems to be like there's a good community with good people, and like for me it's all just about meeting people who are, you know, having a good time and good to be around, and I don't know, it's kind of good for your soul, I think, riding your bike and a bit of travel, and that's kind of what brought us here really.
And then you found your way into this marina. How'd you find this?
Well, this marina, it's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's like a nice little spot. Apparently it's the windiest marina in Spain, apparently. But I don't know, it seems okay. It's like an oven.
Right, today it's like a heat wave today.
Here's Jenni now.
Okay, cool. Hello. We're just doing a little camera interview.
Oh.
Now we have Jenni on board.
Hi.
Can you introduce yourself?
I am I'm Jenni, Chris's wife, and crew on board Berserk.
Nice. What's the name of the boat?
Berserk.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let Chris tell you the inspiration behind the name.
What is the inspiration behind the name?
Yeah, so she's a Swedish boat, and obviously the Berserker warriors were Swedish, so that's a good thing. But a book that we read was Berserk in the Antarctic, which was about, well, you'd read the book really is the best way to put it, but it's an interesting, inspirational story about a guy who wanted to travel and stepped aboard a boat by the name of Berserk, and that's how we ended up naming our boat. Yeah,
well, he didn't know how to sail, he just had all these ambitions, and he found crew who also didn't know how to sail, just in the pub and stuff, and they just made it happen, didn't they?
Yeah, it's just an adventure story, really.
That's cool.
Yeah. We haven't actually done that much sailing on this boat yet, so really look forward to getting out and doing more, and hopefully, for me, being more hands-on and less scared and yeah.
And what are your passions off the boat? The biking?
Yeah, biking. I mean, my life hasn't been as full of bikes as Chris's has, but I certainly love it, and the more I do, like the more I've done over the last 5 years, I just love it, and I can't wait. Like the sailing we've done, you look out at the mountains, and I'm so stoked that we've now got the bikes and we can now like access those mountains.
And then you guys both have done some living in van life.
Yeah, like I lived out in New Zealand in my van for a year or so, and that was pretty. I lived in a ski resort up in Cadrona. That was pretty nippy at times without any heating, so that was good. But yeah, then I built a few vans over the years, and
Yeah, Chris more so than me. You've lived in them. I've had some amazing month trips in them.
Yeah.
I love it. We actually lived in this van for the winter there in the UK. Yeah, when we went back to the UK, and then because of COVID, everything was locked down, and obviously this is our home now, and she was in Spain, so we didn't have anywhere to stay in the UK, so that was our humble little home for 5 months in the UK winter.
Yeah, this is the garage basically.
But it used to be home.
Yeah.
Ground's really hot.
Oh.
So this was our house for 6 months.
Did you have like a little mattress down there?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, but you can actually get a full-size double mattress in there.
Yeah.
That's it, that's the house.
And all your biking stuff.
Yeah, the usual sort of stuff. We got rolls of fiberglass, rolls of Kevlar, rolls of carbon, welding rods, all the sailing essentials.
When we were living in here, I don't know if you can see that little shelf up there. That was our wardrobe.
Oh yeah.
So I turned 40 this year, and we're crossing the Atlantic, and I'd always just wanted to do it pretty simple on a really straightforward boat without GPS and all that. And ironically, when we got that, the GPS didn't work anyway. So this is the way we were going to do it.
Ah.
Pretty cool, eh?
That is awesome.
I know. I've never seen something quite so fancy in my life.
And have you been learning to use it?
No, I just use it to look at things.
He hasn't really had time yet, to be honest.
Wow.
I get the gist of it. So every night we used to have to move everything from the back to the front. We don't have to do that anymore.
We got a lot of work going on. That's how I found them, because they were doing a lot of work. I was like, hey, what are you guys getting ready for a big adventure, a big trip? And so I just started talking to them, and it became quite an interesting story. So I figure I'll get out the camera and do a little interview. So, right now you're just prepping for your next you're trying to go up to the Balearics?
Yeah, well, I don't know, that's just a bit of a blast. I broke my neck about 2 months ago now. I came off a bike, so our winter plans were to cross the Atlantic.
Okay.
But since I've hurt my neck, I don't know if it's a good idea. I'm pretty good with it, but I'm not quite as good as I'd like to be, so especially with just a short-handed cruise, so I guess that's next winter now. And then, yeah, so we've just been carrying on prepping for the Atlantic, and then see what happens after that, really. We'll maybe get a couple of months out and shoot out to the Balearics and Ibiza.
Yeah, I look forward to getting involved a bit more and just getting more confident on the boat. Yeah. And obviously, as Chris said, get riding, get our fitness up this winter. It is a shame we're not going across, but I mean, there's so much in Europe that I'm actually, in a sense, quite stoked. It's just a shame there's such a down season for sailing. Right.
So you guys are just you obviously love the travel and outdoors. What was your inspiration for that?
Personally, can't really remember it any other way. I don't know if I have it any other way.
Yeah, you've always lived and breathed adventure, challenge, discomfort. Me, on the other hand, I've always tapped into it a little bit. When I met Chris, I mean, that's what I loved about him, and that's what I aspire to, but I'm definitely not as good at putting myself in the discomfort zone or stretching my capabilities, but I'm working on it.
You're a long way there.
Yeah.
Now tell me more about your goal of doing the Atlantic crossing. Because what is that, like a 20-day solid? And once you're...
it's 20, 25 days.
For us,
maybe,
20, 25.
Once you commit to it, it's like there's no turning back. You just have to...
It's like most things, isn't it? Though, you know, like if you're skiing or whatever, as soon as you hit the takeoff of a huge kicker, that you ain't turning back, eh? Right. It's just what it is.
Yeah. You're pretty used to that, throwing yourself off jumps and kickers.
You all are interested in also doing some videos, more on sailing or more on mountain biking, or?
It's kind of I guess it'll be a mix. So our intention is to find mountain bikers and inspirational adventure characters, really, and do little documentaries on them. Yeah. That's the plan. And then alongside that, it's our journey in finding those people, because my experience of finding interesting people is somehow they're really hard to find.
They kind of keep themselves to themselves.
Yeah, you don't just bump into them into the pub, do you? They're out doing something.
Right.
so they're hard to find. So yeah, that's what it will be about.
That's cool.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
Maybe I could see a little bit of the boat work just to kind of.
Yeah. Well,
I know you said it was just in disarray, but that's cool.
No, that's fine. That's life. That's what I can show you. What we've been doing is we've been putting these solid on so that we can have solar, because we had no solar power.
So they used to just be your normal guardrails.
Okay. Now they're.
Now they're solid. So they used to be all like that wire.
Okay.
But because we don't have a radar arch, because she's a small boat, Chris fabricated these out of solid, so we could have the solar there.
That's excellent.
So that was a pretty big install.
We got like a new anchor on the front as well. Like these guys were right into what we're doing. The guys from Ultra Anchors, and they're just giving this anchor to us, which is like just a test for them, like, and because we usually we do a lot of anchoring like off chart and stuff usually. I don't know how that will go in the med, but surely when we get further elsewhere we will. But yeah, they were like really interested. They give us this, it's like a piece of jewellery hanging off the front of the boat, man. I've never seen anything like it. It's amazing.
They give you a stainless anchor?
Yeah, man, but it's not just a stainless anchor, it's immense. It's like the fluke is filled with lead and the shank is filled with
Nothing.
well, it's empty.
Hollow.
It's hollow, so it always lands the right way up, like.
Okay.
And what a piece of kit, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chris had to install the bow roller, so he took a chisel to the.
Yeah, that was a mission, wasn't it?
Yeah, he took a chisel to the teak and made it off it nice.
Yeah, so we've been doing a lot. That's that, and then we built this chain plate which goes right through onto the stem, so we're sticking the solent stay up, just so we can fly a.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, just so we can stick a stay sail off it. So that's that was a project on the hard before we got launched. And then this is the black tube is our imitation bowsprit, because we're making a bowsprit at the moment.
Oh wow, you're measuring it out?
Yeah, but I think we were going to make it, but we've been really lucky. Like the guys from Selden in the UK from Allspars are sorting us out with that. So getting a big old bowsprit put on her. This should be pretty sweet.
This is a portable washing machine that I dreamt up and ordered, but it is massive and it doesn't fit in our boat.
It's a joke.
So it's going back.
No chance.
It's going back. I'll be hand washing, I think, because it's too big. I mean, where do we put that?
Can we check out down below?
Right.
Let's check it out, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, she's not. Well, from my respect, she's not like packed like a home yet. Like. We've got a lot of her gear still in the van, and it's all just tools. She's just like a workshop right now.
Sure.
We don't really have much in the cupboards and whatnot, so everything is just out. So just a warning.
Sure. Work in progress.
Yeah. Well.
A working boat. It's not like Yeah. It's not set up for cocktails and show boat.
No. Just bare bones, really. Get you by. We've got an aft cabin where we sleep, which
is actually more like a cave, but
it's quite spacious actually. When you get in, turn the light on for you as you go in. It's much bigger than it looks, but it's hardly. Well, it's pretty comfy, but it's hardly the Ritz like.
Well, it's a it's a sailboat life.
Yeah, it's good. This is the head.
Yeah,
does everything you need. We have a fore cabin. The bikes would normally be in there, but at the moment we've got tools in there.
Yeah.
There's a chart table somewhere in here. Keep the charts in there, which along with the spanners. An oven, double oven. That's it. And this we're really posh. We've got a fridge.
What more could you want?
Very cool.
Living it up, man.
That's awesome. And your little salon area, obviously. I just noticed that the woodwork is fantastic in here. You said this is a 2006 model. Looks great.
These are good. The bunks get bigger, so when you're not at sea, you can lift up, and the bunks get much wider. It's all right.
These cushions, these are for the fore cabin, but we can't decide because that's where our bikes are going to live, and ideally we don't want them in there because they take up a lot of space. But then that's the only spare cabin we've got for friends and family.
Bikes or bed? That's the question.
So yeah, bikes or bed.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tour of your home.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see how crazy the sweat is, but it's like this is how hot it is today, and
it's cooking here.
Yeah.
Sweat patches, yeah.
It's like
I'm going
crazy.
for sleeveless because otherwise.
I like your guys' tattoos. What's the significance?
So, I always sort of wanted like a band around my arm, but didn't really have a reason to do it.
Yeah.
So when we got married, it was kind of like a, I don't know, a symbol of marriage, I guess. But Chris got 2 bands here, and my band sort of fits in between on this line here, and then this silhouette here. Mine fills it, and this is actually called the kind of slang name, I guess, is a windflower.
Okay.
Which symbolises kind of what we're doing, living by the wind now, and it was the main flower in my bouquet.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, there's a bit of a story there.
So somehow we have like all 3 of us like with weird stories about the wrap around our arm.
Yeah,
This is quite bizarre.
So I have that also.
Quite the coincidence.
So yeah, that's funny. Okay, cool. Are you guys doing videos now? Is that you have that people can watch or anything?
Yeah, we did. Well, we haven't. Maybe by the time
Yeah.
this gets put out, we
Sure.
might have. We're sort of 80% through one.
Yeah, we're working on an intro.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. We're finding it hard to explain what we do when we haven't really done it yet.
Right.
Yeah. No, check it out. Channel's Deep Blue Dirt. And the
Okay.
website's deepbluedirt.com.
Deep blue dirt.
Deep blue ocean, dirt being the earth.
Now you told me earlier you do some boat building, right? You have a past of that?
Yeah. No, I'm a wooden boat builder, so that's what I do.
Sailboats or?
Yeah, mainly sailboats,
Okay.
yeah. But anything really, but
Oh.
I prefer sailboats.
Well, yeah, that's sort of slipped by without even talking about it.
Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is, isn't
That's
it?
cool.
It's a pretty big part of what's allowed us to achieve what we've achieved so far, because
Yeah.
Chris has done all the fabrications, installations, working out, everything himself. And
We couldn't afford to do it.
we
if I
couldn't, yeah.
Sure.
If I didn't do that. Yeah. It's the only thing that makes it happen, really.
Yeah.
And we generally get a bit of work along the way as well, which sort
Right.
of helps out, so it's quite good.
I was just going to say we've lived on boats for probably 5 years now,
Okay.
Yeah.
4.5, 5 years now. So the sailboat prior to this, and then a couple of just like river boats,
Okay.
like motor boats, really. Basically just to keep the cost down.
Yeah.
Whilst we're either saving up for this, or whilst our other boat was up in Scotland when we're really just learning to sail. We lived on a wooden river boat.
A boat that every time we left it, we're thinking, will it be sunk when we go back?
But I really like that. I really like the whole concept of living in a boat on the water. Yeah, like Chris just loves the sailing and the adventure that it brings, but I actually really enjoy like the
Jenni likes bobbing around and like
Okay.
having ducks come to see him and things like that.
and like fairy lights and
Well, it's, just speaking because we spoke earlier, I mean, it's unusual to find a partner that's so interested in the same, stuff. So that's a good, that's a good thing to have.
Pretty lucky, eh?
Yeah.
Pretty lucky.
well, yeah, we have our differences. Chris couldn't care less for the fairy lights, but they're coming.
But if you can, both live in a compact zone,
Yeah,
like
we've
a van
done
or a boat,
we've
I
done
think-
pretty well. I mean, 5 months in the winter in the Volkswagen Caddy was.
Fun.
I don't think there's anything we don't know about each other.
Not
Put
anymore.
it that way.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I hope we can stay in touch. I look forward to following your guys' journey. Sounds really.
We'll be checking you out as well, man.
Sounds
Yeah.
exciting.
Definitely.
I mean, you're on your way, right? With all kinds of stuff you've refit to the boat.
Yeah, it's happening.
Okay, great. Good to meet you both.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Thanks for your time.